Hi, welcome back. I'm glad to see you again. Glad that you're there listening to wonderful, amazing things that I have to share today. Today, I'm going to share with you a story. It's a real story, true life, that actually happened in my life. Very important story, life changer, as many times life changing stories can be. Yes, a life changer. My second child, an amazing bouncing baby boy, one of the greatest joys of my life. At about 5.5 months old, one of my friends came over with her mother. She had brought her mother over to see my baby. What great joy! What a privilege and honor and a blessing to have her bring her mom over to see my bouncing, beautiful baby boy. Well, she looked at him and played with him for a moment, and then, just after a matter of a few minutes, asked me how long he had been like that. And I was completely perplexed. How long he's been like that? What do you mean, how long has he been like that? How long has he been an amazing, bouncing, happy baby boy? And she said, no, how long has he been that weight? I didn't think there was anything wrong with his weight. I thought he was growing just fine, as did more than 1,000 other people. And so she suggested that I take him to the doctor. She said, you need to take him to the doctor, like right now. Um, I think he needs to be checked out. So I, again, was totally perplexed. But I followed her suggestion because she was a nurse. So we followed her suggestion, took him to the hospital, and he was admitted into emergency within the hour. And it was a very, very devastating feeling. He was labeled something called failure to thrive. Failure to thrive. That phrase will forever stay in my mind and in my heart. Failure to thrive. Now, he did have an issue with vomiting. He had a projectile missile type vomiting that when he vomited, it was like, whoa, 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 watch out, step back, move, everybody, put up your shields. But it seemed to be normal. You know, there's no book, as you who are parents already know, there's no book on parenting. So as you're listening to this video and watching this video, keep in mind that our first and foremost concern was love for our child. Being in the hospital, in the emergency room, he was admitted and labeled failure to thrive. After some time in the hospital, they could not figure out what the issue was. That's basically, back then, that's what failure to thrive meant. It may still mean that. It simply means that they can find no cause, no issue, no reasons, no solutions, no cure for the condition failure to thrive. One day, actually it was an evening, the doctors, there was about 6 of them, maybe a few more, came into the room and spoke with us and let us know very gently and very calmly that my son was not going to make it through the night. No matter what, he couldn't pick up weight, he couldn't keep his food down, and he was not going to make it. He was at, in their words, a critical point that he was not going to recover. If you're a parent listening to this, then you can just imagine that feeling. You may be a parent who has lost a child. You may be a parent whose child has gotten to that critical level and you don't know what to do. And you yourself feel like you are failing to thrive. You may be someone who's just at a point in your life and you can't get over something, or you feel like you just can't grow. Failure to thrive. I sat with my son in my arms. They tried to get me to go home. It had been quite some time since I'd been home. They tried to get me to go home. They tried to get me to sleep, but that baby was not leaving my arms. I had made the decision that night that if he was going to die, which the doctor said he was definitely going to die that night, before daybreak, he would be dead. And I cried, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried some more. And I cried till I couldn't cry anymore, and decided that he was going to die in my arms. I wasn't leaving my baby. And I went to sleep, knowing that my child may not be there, but there was still hope. There was still hope in my heart that said, he can make it, he can make it, he can make it. And I went to sleep. When I woke that morning, my son was awake, and he picked up about 1/4 of a pound. And the next day he picked up some more, and the next day, and the next day. I get a little choked up just talking about it. And my son was no longer failing to thrive. And he left out the hospital, and he was still the amazing child that I saw, that everyone else saw as failing to thrive. I'm so thankful for the lady that came over there. I don't know her name to this day. I don't remember the young lady who was my friend back then, but I remember the impact they had on my life. If you're watching this and you're failing to thrive, there's hope. There is genuine hope. And there is a whole world of people out here that's ready to embrace you. You have to find those people. And you have to find that which is in your heart, in your spirit, that motivates you, that can help to keep you going, that can lift you up, that can embrace you. We're out here, I promise you, we're out here, and we're looking to help you thrive, because you're special. You're worth it. Until the next video.